Hello guys, welcome. Today's video we're gonna make ESC. That's the goal of it. I've spent quite a bit. So, same thing as we do in other episodes. Making out of it like an ESC printer. Alright. Quite a bit of hacks. I've bookmarked data and relic sites here. And yeah. What to tell you guys, I'll be looking more to just like, when we're gonna produce. I think because there's like no research here nearby, like no research facilities, and obviously if you need to do reactions is you need like also like a structure, which we do not have. And I was thinking if I would need that to be linked to have like maybe like a wormhole chain, or like a wormhole where we just like own a structure and we're trying to do, have their like reactions and advanced stuff, like making tier 2s and all that, blueprints, because we get quite a bit of like stuff or like data wise that we can use to do that. So but I think we didn't remove that. Okay, let's go to 11. Keep removing, so we just like clear the bookmarks. This is like a protected data center, which is quite rare. I got like a message, a warning message, if I want to warp there. So I think I'll need to just clear that first before I can do that site. Yeah, but that's what the plans. What I'm thinking about is that we might need to do, because for the tier 2s you need quite a bit of like reactions and tier 2s, and oh, that's a good loot. Yeah, we got quite a bit of good bookmarks made here. That makes, we'll see at the end how much we made. But obviously there were like a couple of sites here who were done already by some other players. Like I said, we have some competitions, but the sites here spawn so often that we get freshly new ones, even now and again. And yeah, I do stay true to that statement that the daily shutdown, quite a bit of like sites despawned, because I know the other day I was just like bookmarking like locations, and as soon as the daily shutdown, none of those were there remaining. I think it was only one site that we got like a message out of it that response. So you better just to the sites right away. And yeah, I have this recruiter that he is getting players in my corporation, but they're quite new, and I don't want all the players to be new in this corporation. I like to just I like new players and like to teach them and all of that, but I need some people that are a little bit more experienced. The ones that are experienced are just playing Eve, but not that often. They come on and on. But we got a couple of dedicated players. We did like yesterday like some Abyssal runs together, and it was quite fun. And we'd managed to deal. I had like 3 worms here being built, and we did some tier zeros and tier ones successfully, and they were so easy that we thought we can do tier twos. And as soon as we got into tier twos, because we were also unorganized and we didn't focus fire, we couldn't break like the tank of those tier twos and the abyss, the NPCs there, and we all kind of died. And also we, because we don't know how to, you know, to include myself now too, because now, part of the team as well. We didn't pull the drones back, and you know, the drones kind of died, so we didn't have enough damage to kill the NPCs, to break the NPCs there. So but it was quite fun, and we did like fleet warp and all that. They just like kind of like that thing, when you can just like fleet with all the whole squad. But and yeah, buy warders. I think I already mentioned that in the last episode. Have players to just kind of make buy warders for the tier 2 salvage here. And yeah, that's the plans that I'm looking for. Because obviously we're likely not gonna, like, any structures that we're gonna attempt to launch here, it's not gonna survive. So I know that. But um I have we can just find a wormhole, conquer it, and try to launch structures there that way, and have some sort of backup plan. I think that's something that we can do. In the future, that's for sure. Also, the taxes, I noticed that the taxes that were here, they were pretty low. I think there was for PI only like 3%, which is quite good. I think they made that way because they kind of claim this, and they think there might not be no competition for the others. So I think 3% for PI, it's quite reasonable. It's really not that much. Obviously, it's not zero, but it's not absurd amount that you can find sometimes in high sec, like 50%, 20%, even 10% is much for me. I wouldn't go any PI tax more than 5% that I would do PI there. So having it on 3% kind of makes like all the other players that are here and doing PI quite attractive actually as well too. If also I might just scale my character as well towards the PI and to try to just do some PI as well once I get like Omega with it. That is my plan. Obviously, I'm looking also to just have more industry space, like more things that I can queue on the industry up front. But other than that, oh, we hit the road here. Another one. Okay. It's gonna be one of those, huh? Breaked it anyway. Was a good loot. Alright, 102 million already. And Yeah, that's the thing that I'm developing now. I made also quite a bit of a bank on those salvages, so we can just build towards those tier 2s that we collect from the data or the relic sites, the blueprints that we get from here. So we'll see how all those things they're gonna develop with time. But that's the plan so far. Also, I'd be probably looking to just have like roaming squads with the fleet. You know, have people we all to do like common things together. And I think I'm also just gonna cap at 20. I think it's because of the skills, but also because I want to just first consolidate the people that are in the squad here already. And then we can just expand later. But it's obviously going to be just maybe like a pause on recruiting first once we hit that 20 or 21 people in the corporation and see consolidate a little bit and see where we can go from there. But so far we got quite a bit of like active players. They help me with quite a bit of things, finding wormholes, making stuff in an industry, you know, making buy orders for things that are here required. So things are going well, and slowly but surely I even also see more and more like even ore here being, or like materials processed being sold here and at a reasonable price and all that. So we just slowly crawling, and I guess we get, you know, a little help from other players as well too. So it's not like a complete dead space, obviously, because it's not like we cannot build anything. We can just buy quite a bit of things that we can build towards. So having blueprints here is quite important. So that's the plan so far. Kind of making this all public. I also made like quite a bit of containers. I realized how important are the station containers and how good they are. And I'm quite satisfied with it. I also realized how to make like to give roles to, you know, because I don't want to just give director to everybody, you know, but to just give roles so they can just like use corporation mats that they have in their specific containers that they're building towards. And you know, I also realized, like, you know, if you have like blueprints on like only view, they can use it but they cannot take it away, so that's actually quite important. So they can access the blueprints, use them, but not necessarily take them away, which is quite good. The view access is, you know, great. And the containers are also great. Look, it's a good one too. I think this is, yeah, it's for even data or relic. I don't even know. I forgot. Let me see. Wireless coherence. It's for the data, yes. But for the big ships. Yeah, also, I think with the time, because there are quite a bit of sleeper sites here too, and those are a bit more difficult. I might need to just... The limited one is the one that I can do, and the standard one I can do almost all of it. It's just that you need quite a bit of like a tank or a tanking ship here. I think I could do it with like an Astero, which I might need to bring like a blueprint and build it here, so I can do standard sites about the standard sleeper sites, but about the superior ones, it's a bit more tricky. I think I would need like, what is that even called? I think I may specifically need like a Nestor. I don't think like a Stratios would even do it. So yeah, get that a Stratios and try to do the superior ones, superior sides. That's the way to do it. I think that's... Wait, I didn't loot that one? I think I forgot, right? I hacked it, but I didn't loot it. That's something. There you go. Okay, we're clearing all up. A new cosmic signature spawned. And yeah, so far so good. So that's kind of my plans, you know. Be prepared. I like that I did the rattlesnake. Um, so we have like a thing. I was wondering why the hell we get attacked by all the NPCs here. It's not because individual standing, but I think somebody in our, or two people in our corporation have really bad standing with Serpentes, and we all kind of get attacked because of that. We all suffer the consequences. So we'll see what we can do about that. Maybe just improve a little bit the standing. I think somebody also like in our corporation was looking to bring maybe one of their alts, and I think he has like very good standing with Angel Cartel. That would be good. Also, there's like those diamond NPC spawns at stations and different places in the constellation, and there's like the Diamond Angel Cartel. I haven't seen the Serpentis Diamond NPCs yet. They're just a lot of regular ones, but the Diamond Angel Cartel ones, I saw them. Maybe because it's like the station that is what caused them to spawn. Um, but I know if you have like good standing with them, they won't attack you, and you can actually use that to your advantage. But if you have negative standing, they will attack you on sight, and they're quite dangerous. So it's interesting, to just learn the behaviors of all these different NPCs and how they react and how they do. Yeah, we got a data set too. It's fine. We can do both. Yeah, and I think like a wormhole connection with that has a high sec connection is the way to do it, so we can do reactions and advanced stuff. But we'll see how it goes, because that needs quite a bit of an investment. So it's all about just like getting a bit of liquid, and we will do that, obviously just by being a character alpha. I think we're not gonna break this one, huh? Unless we get lucky. Which we didn't. Luckily we got second tries on all those. There you go. Yeah, getting close to clear all of them. I mean, we clear more than half, I think, already. Also, I've been bookmarking locations where there's like, oh, this is already done. Is somebody else here doing things? Could be, because we had some competition before, but I'm wondering if somebody else actually came here. Oh, this is an easy hack, huh? Oh, so you just... I made it so this spawns. Okay. Yeah, you saw that there is like... They kind of cleared everything, but when I see like just one can remaining, I'm doing that. Like right here too. This might not even be a good can, but I'm gonna do the site anyway. Okay, where the hell is it? There you go. But yeah, so far I managed to bring quite a bit of stuff here already. And whenever there's something new or that, I'm looking for to bring, I can bring it. It's just a matter of finding some wormholes entries. I think we kind of accepted the fact that wormholes are the safest route to get in here. All the others are just not ideal. Then we had 30 locations. We got quite. We're getting really good at hacking too. So we're getting the speed as well. This is data. Okay. All right. Also, what I realized, the more you sell to Jita, the prices for what you're selling is gonna go down because there's more of it, right? So it's also like maybe even important to strategically keep some of those items that the value drops down and just sell them like when there's like, a little bit more reasonable price. But it hasn't happened for that many items, just a couple of them. But you kind of observe the like in real life fluctuations because you observe those for like the scarce items, how the markets react to you know having stuff or not. All right. Two more locations. And we're gonna make the evaluation at the end. It's a difficult hack. Hmm. There you go. And the last one, I think this is also like, so it is clear the site. So we have like more spawn somewhere else. Okay. And I think with that we're done. I would say 30 minutes of hacking. And we got in total 218 million. Pretty good. And I updated you a little bit about the progression of the corporation and my free-to-play character in here and what my future plans are. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you into the next one.